Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of F125, my team career, and today we are heading over to the Qatar Grand Prix. Right, as you can see in Russell, it leads in the championship with 272 points, that is 52 points over the Piastri. The Piastri obviously is 52 points behind, and the total tally point left in the championship is 58 points. So therefore, it's 6 points that Russell need to take basically early as possible in the sprint race. If Russell finish P3 or above, doesn't matter where Piastri finish in the race. If he win, if Russell finish third or above, he's going to take the world champion. So the only chance the Piastri got showing Lando is that Russell needs to finish fourth or under in sprint, or Piastri fifth or under in the sprint for Lando in order to keep their title hope alive. But we all know it is almost impossible. But Formula One always had a different plan. For some people, and we're ready to find out, and I will of course come back to the championship point when we go over into the main event, the Qatar Grand Prix. If Russell doesn't win it in the sprint, so I'll see you when we head over to the sprint race. And here we are, the sprint race of the Qatar is now underway, with both McLaren having the final lockout land of P1, P1 with P2, but they are about to fight entering to turn one, and you can see Russell, who end up going wide, losing a couple position before coming back in to try to get that P5 back from Jack Dillon, but that didn't work out as Russell fouled out the P6. That is a huge favour for both McLaren to have that chance of being able to catch up to Russell in the championship. But let's see how the race in the sprint race will go. We've got Piastri leading with Lando Norris, who's unfortunately fell behind Charles Leclerc into third place, and while Charles takes second. But heading into lap 3, George Russell is now attacking Jack Dillon to move up into P5, and he now started to make a progress at Lando, not behind Esteban Ocon. So Ocon is actually on a pretty good form right now, and Charles Leclerc had overtook the Piastri for the lead of the sprint race. Piastri, we need to win, be able to try to make more chance for him in the championship. But if that doesn't happen for the Piastri or not, Lando need to do the same thing. But Russell is catching up to Lando Norris, and that's going to help us out quite nicely. But now heading into lap 6, Lando Norris back ahead of Ocon. Russell is closing down on Ocon, and this is now where the chance starts to come to life. But George Russell tried to move up the order and make it basically impossible for McLaren to even think about getting the chance in the championship. But Russell unfortunately made a mistake and made the contact with Esteban Ocon and got a fan wing damage. So he had to come into the pit and he fouled out the order. But unfortunately, in lap 10, he made a mistake again, which is not a good look. It's not a good look, but this type of mistake will give McLaren hope. They will give them hope, but Norris took the line last.
It's all about flow and pace today, qualifying in Qatar. A high-speed test that will set the grid for tomorrow's race. So welcome along.
Here we are for the Qatar qualifying. So of course, with what we mentioned about Russell's situation, we want to try and keep it, a good form. We had a good qualifying in the sprint, we came third, wasn't that bad, and 2-1 is done, and the bottom mistake this is for sure. Taylor Bernard, Tim Chantney, Damon Only, Paul Allen, and Jack Force. And the bottom mistake for 2-2 is Liam Lawson, Jack Dillon, Esteban Ocon, Colapito, Martin, and Toro Sainz. We now got a proper fresh shot for tyre for two, like, there's a chance we might end up losing this if we want to try to get a pole. Like, we're going to go ahead and start our first run in 2-3. Can we get a professional pole or not? Oh, the double purple, which is good. And now we're coming out the final corner for the third run. Can we get a pole or not? We do! Get in! That's good. That's good. But we are about 4/10 clear of Charles Leclerc and Piastri, who I thought was going to be a main challenger. It's 7/10 behind. Coming out the final corner now. We are 3/10 up. And we are going to keep it up. Yes, we will. Yes, we will. Pole is going to
Excellent lap.
get in.
Very pleased with that one. Nice work. Come on.
Oh, amazing. Absolutely amazing. We dominated the qualifier with 5/10 ahead of Charles Leclerc, who started second place, with Yuki Tsunoda in third place. Lando Norris, who's in third place in the standing, the championship, starting fifth. And the man who I thought was going to challenge us down in 10th. That is so unfortunate for us, the Piastri. So let's find out how the Qatar Grand Prix will go.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, once more to the Middle East for what could be a very tricky night for our drivers tonight. Sandy, dusty, and with the sun setting, the temperature dropping too. This could be an intriguing event. Stand by for the Qatar Grand Prix. We're back here in Losail for a track that's 3.34 miles long. There are 16 turns around its unique three-prong shape and just a single DRS zone out of turn 16. It's fast and it's flowing, and there's a good overtaking opportunity with DRS down the long straight and into turn 1. Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. What a qualifying yesterday for George Russell. He'll start today's race from pole position, with Charles Leclerc alongside. As we continue through the rest of the grid today, we have Tsunoda, Norris, Alex Albon and Behrman, Gasly, Hadjar, Piastri and Carlos Sainz, Pepe Marti, Colapinto, Esteban Ocon and Bortoletto, Doohan, Lawson, Jack Crawford and Paul Aaron, Maloney, Tramnitz, Barnard and Richard Verschoor rounds off the grid. It's almost time for those 5 red lights to go out then. Let's see who can prevail today. And alongside me today, a man small in stature but big on comment, Anthony Davidson. Hello. So we come to Qatar this weekend, and what's the word I'm looking for when I think about the middle part of this track? Relentless.
The whole track's relentless. It's predominantly built to be a motorbike circuit. For an F1 car, that means a lot of G-force. It's hot here, it's humid this time of the year that we come to in Formula One, and this puts pressure on the drivers. It also puts pressure on the car and the demands of the tyres. So it's a brutal circuit.
Qatar, baby.
Radio check.
Oh.
Okay.
To be a touch button for us to do stop the hard. As we're starting on the pole, we would like to try and run off quite quickly. So maybe that's not a bad choice. You know what? Let's do stop tyre first on the hard tyre for the end. So, moment of the truth, can we cloud George Russell to be the world champion today? This episode. Oh wait, oh crap. Now, we're waiting for the 5-leg live for the Qatar Grand Prix, and it's now underway with George Russell who's leading out the front, but Charles Leclerc did get a good start, then we didn't think he will, and Russell went off a little bit more than he liked, and that allowed Charles Leclerc to get the chance to come in and try to fight for the lead, and he's now taken the lead of the way, and Russell is behind second place and Lando Norris in third, but fighting with UT Tsunoda on board with Oliver Behrman, who's watching everything unfolding. UT Tsunoda on the left, Lando Norris on the right, having a battle to try to get third place, but to Lando Norris, we need to beat Russell by a massive margin in point. Russell needs to be very low down in the standing in order for them to continue for Lando or even for Piastri during the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. But of course with Piastri, who had awful qualifying, absolutely awful qualifying, that basically give him a very almost impossible task. But in Formula 1, we can never count out that Piastri could basically maybe climb his way back up, but we're going to wait to see what happens as we're now entering into lap 2. Russell is chasing down to Charles Leclerc right behind Lando Norris, not that close enough, and Russell is going to try everything in his power to pull away as quickly as he can when he overtakes Charles Leclerc, and we got the fight with Gasly and Alex Albon. And I'm well quickly mentioned, we saw Pepe Martin coming into the pit. Has he got a damage? I think he does have a damage. We'd like to find out what happened, obviously. But Gasly is now in P6, Albon P7, Piastri P8, Qualipito P9, Ocon P10, and now we're entering into lap 3. The fight still continues for the lead of the race, but this time Russell will get the help from the DRS, chasing on to Charles Leclerc and look for the inside, but he doesn't commit. But Oliver Behrman is now fighting with UT Tsunoda and he moves up into P4. Wow, what an overtake from Oliver Behrman, and now UT Tsunoda is directly under pressure by Gasly behind, but here's a late start that we on board with Carlos Sainz. So we're going to see what happened with Pepe Martin, because he's the one who came in, but this is the moment how it all happened. So we can see Carlos Sainz had a lot of time run through, and he got a little bit caught up into it, and he lost some position, but now on board with Pepe Martin for what happened, to the reason why he came in. So we got both William on his right side, and one of them, William, turned over to Pepe Martin and gave him the front wing damage. That is so unfortunate, but we're on board with Russell, who gone down the inside into lap 4 to move up and take the lead of the Qatar Grand Prix. And now Piastri is watching Gasly. UT Tsunoda are having a battle. There's a live timing with the Aston Martin having a fight. But now Piastri is waiting for the right moment to pause and try and take both of them in one go. If they could do that, it'll be a bit help for the Piastri in terms of his climbing up order for his chance to keep his team alive for the World Championship into Abu Dhabi. But until lap 5, Charles Leclerc and Lando Norris are now having a fight, and Lando has now moved up into second place. But they're still fighting for it, and it seems like he does take it. In the live timing, we can see Gasly is in P6, UT Tsunoda is in P6, Gasly P5, sorry, Piastri P7, and now Behrman in lap 6 is now making a move onto Charles Leclerc to take the P3. Charles Leclerc seems to having a pretty awful rating so far. Piastri overtook UT Tsunoda. Carlos Sainz is now gunning for Bortonetto to try to get that P10. But yeah, what I quickly mention about Charles Leclerc, he's not seemed to have a positive racing right now. He's starting falling back. Has he got any issue that we're not aware of? I don't know, but we're on board with Alex Albon, who's unfortunately running P9 quite far back on Charles Leclerc ahead of him. P2, P8, UT Tsunoda, P7, Piastri in P6. Oh wait, Piastri just spun off. The Piastri spun off. Oh no, that's a big mistake from the Piastri. That is going to cost him big time. That mistake is going to cost him massively. Like that was so unexpected for the Piastri. He now plummet down into the last place, almost last place. Towards Martin is the last man who's not in the bottom of the standing. But that is going to cost Piastri opportunity for the championship. But that takes the pressure off from Piastri at UT Tsunoda. It's quite far away now. I believe he had to take a avoiding action from the Piastri. So that is just a shame from the Piastri. I cannot believe that has happened. And behind, we can see Albon try to fire the gap, but it doesn't go for it. So here's a replay at how he made the mistake. It seems like he kind of misunderstood the throttle as he's supposed to take it through that corner, and he just went. That it's so unfortunate for the Piastri. You wouldn't think he'll be making a mistake at this stage when he knows the championship is now at cost for himself. So Norris is now have to keep an eye out on one man so far, and that is Lando Norris. But we've got Albon who's gone through on P2 and Bortonetto tried to follow through, but it didn't quite matter. And we've got Norris who made a mistake. So that's not all. That's not good. That's not good. Oh my god. We tapped it out of the wall.
Stay with them. They might make a mistake and we could still regain the position.
Oh no, Norris made a mistake. Like, we need to find out what happened. The hidden replay for sure. Norris leading the way. Seemed to be in a calm composed. But until now, he made a mistake. At least he didn't lose that much of a time. And Lando Norris taken the advantage and took the lead of the race. And now it becomes 3-way fight for the win in Qatar Grand Prix. And either way of how it looks, Norris will still be crowded at the world champion. But if that's going to happen, as Oliver Berman is now looking to make a move onto George Norris. George Norris going to slaughter a little bit to the tyre, had pretty much at one flat spotted, but he had to brake so much to make sure it doesn't even get close to the wall or make any of these 60 spin. That will be a bit concentrated on his tyre and onto his race. But he still tapped it, which is good. But now in lap 10, Norris Behrman still fighting, and we're behind with Albon, who now having to battle with P2 as we're going all the way to the bottom of the standing. And that is the Piastri, who now making a move on Dan Manoni. The Piastri managed to catch up the pack, but it's still far back. Norris, as you can see, still in P2 after that little battle with Oliver Behrman. The Piastri has got a bit more, even bigger. It now seems to be quite impossible for the Piastri to try to do something about it. But in lap 11, P2 has gone ahead and overtook UT Tsunoda, and Carlos side is now fighting with Gabby Bortonetto, going side by side, trying to get that P9 for himself, and that is Carlos side. But can Bortonetto defend it or not? Doesn't seem like it. Side has gone ahead and overtaken Bortonetto, and behind we've got Hatjar, P12, Triathlete, P11, Paul Aaron in P13, and now on board with Berman, who is now going to try and do everything in his power to try and be George Norris. But if he can finish higher, he'll be happy about it. But of course, Berman would like to, I think Ferrari would like to see other Ferrari winning the championship. But again, that their customer team is going to be a little bit bittersweet if another Ferrari customer team win the trophy, but not by their own Ferrari. So we don't know what it's going to be like inside that Ferrari headquarters but it should be giving a good reputation for them. And also, it now chasing down to Lando Norris as they're trying to move on the inside. He doesn't commit into it. We know that also should need to finish second or above in order to really seal the deal, but pretty much at this point it's likely to go lower, maybe third or fourth, and it can still be fine. But now we're heading towards the lap 13, which is seeing Russell. Oh my god, that's a bit locked up. Oh, Behrman! Oh, that was a shitty move from Oliver Behrman, but it well within his right to make that move. To Russell made a mistake going to the pit, but it's a slow stop for Behrman anyway. Charles Leclerc popped down now, and Russell still stayed ahead of Oliver Behrman. So Behrman made a good opportunity from it, but the team didn't quickly get his car going. That's unfortunate for Behrman, but they're on board with Piastri, who is now fighting with Liam Lawson try and move into P30, and he does it do so. But Russell is closer to Piastri, so if safety car comes down, Piastri will still come out behind Russell, but if the flag comes down, Piastri will be ahead of Russell anyway. But going to lap 14, Lando Norris had boxed in this lap, but where it is going to come out, that is what we want to find out. And it seems like it's a slow stop. It is a slow stop even more now, because Gasly's gone past him, forced him to wait a little bit longer. Now Lando Norris lost quite a lot of time, and Carlos is now in to put a new tyre on, and they're taking a little bit of their time sitting there, but seems fine. He's got out anyway, and now Russell attack Taylor Barnard. He knew in his head he got the better tyre advantage, and he got through on to Taylor Barnard, and behind Behrman had made the move onto Lando Norris. Warm tyre, 30 cold tyre. It doesn't work out for Behrman, more likely, but ahead to far forward onto Otto Piastri, who's in fourth place, and got Bortonetto leading it now, coming in with Chapman, who's in second place. He is coming in as well, and I'm assuming Piastri coming in as well. Yes, he does. Otto Piastri comes in, but Russell is now trying to take the lead of the Qatar Grand Prix. He basically undercut Lando Norris, and Lando Norris is now overtaken Oliver Behrman, and now move into P2, Behrman P3, Charles Leclerc P4, Gasly P5, Albon P6, Colapito P7, Shire P8, Yuki Tsunoda P9, and Bortonetto in P10, and Otto Piastri is now coming out P14, but will call for the ahead of Piastri? No, he does not. Piastri on the medium tyre. He's going to have a pretty nice time with that medium tyre, but he's got a lot of the traffic to get through. But can he achieve it? That's what we're going to find out. As Yuki Tsunoda overtook Carlos side and going behind with Otto Piastri, making his third overtake on a brand new tyre, and that is Tim Trautman. And now lap 17, he's on his way to overtake Isaac Hadjar to move into P12, and now on to going to lap 18. I think not much we can do about the front tyre, but we're going to change it back to 53. So we can get that balance on both sides. Oh.
Okay, we've been given a time penalty. It will
That's
go
not
against
good.
that finishing time at the end of the race. Get your head down and let's get it done.
Russell unfortunately got 3 second penalty that is not going to help him out. As long as he push, it'll be fine. And Piastri had overtook Paul Albon as well previously, but now going to lap 19, Colapito, Yuki Tsunoda, Shire are now going to have their fight for the P7 as Yuki Tsunoda move up into P7 and Colapito look back into P8. Shire is still in P9, but maybe the chance is there for Shire to move up in the order. But now on the board with the leader in the race, George Russell, don't forget, got the second penalty, so if he could increase that gap, he will well be able to keep the win for himself. But now on board the Toro side into lap 21, overtook Franco Colapito, and behind Piastri had overtook Bortonetto and put himself into P10. So Piastri could be on his way to shake down for potential top 5 finish. We'll find out what's going to happen as we now got Alex Albon, who now got UT Tonona to overtake and move up into P6. Albon fell back into P7, fortunately, and now going to lap 24, Piastri has caught up to Franco Colapito, but it's side by side. Will Colapito make it easy for the Piastri or not? It seems like Piastri got it easy for himself as he's gone through, get that P9, and he's close to Carlos side. But we got on board with Charles Leclerc, who now reduces the gap within the other race onto Ollie Behrman, so there is a chance that Leclerc to finish P3. We'll find out if he can do that. And now in lap 25, Piastri had now tore Carlos side and overtook Carlos side and moved up into P8, and Shire defended. No, it does not. Shire, it moved back into P9, and Piastri is now catching the Albon as he's done that in lap 27. Piastri overtook Alex Albon and is now chasing down UT Tonona. That P5 is just not that far away from him, but had he got enough time to catch him? But at this point, the championship will be given to Russell as we now enter into lap 28. Piastri overtook UT Tonona for the P6 and is now 2 seconds behind the Pierre Gasly. But there ain't not time left unless something happens to George Russell, which I believe nothing will happen because Russell has got a massive gap over Lando Norris. If he takes another penalty, he gets 6-second penalty, but he'll be safe. But right now, he's got 3-second penalty, so he will win the Qatar Grand Prix as long as he keeps it on track, of course, on board with Lando Norris, who unfortunately doesn't get his chance on to the second World Championship as we now on board with George Russell, who now going to come around the final corner and getting ready to begin the final lap of the Qatar Grand Prix. George Russell, the man who has no seat in season 2, had up the Brittany Motorsport call him up, asked him to come over and join our team and deliver up the World Championship for both driver and the Construction Championship. But today it's all about George Russell as it now got it one hand onto the driver championship. He just needs to keep it on track, and that's all he needs to do. But we've seen him rolling up through the go-karting, through F4, F3, F2, and now at Formula 1. We've seen him having no seat in season 2. We called him in, and he now got his chance to give up what he wanted, and that is the Driver Championship. George Russell is getting closer to the finish line, getting closer to the dream that he's always wanted to achieve. He is about to become the 12th British driver to win the World Champion.
Oh man, that's it! It's all over and you are the world champion! What a drive, what a season, well done!
It's not over until it's over. Okay, great job.
And so the celebrations begin, and well-earned they are indeed. It might have looked simple at times, but as any racing driver will tell you, competing at this level at the very top is anything but simple. There's no catching them now then. We have a new World Drivers' Champion. And the best of British and the best on the track. It's George Russell who wins.
And that's 2 wins in a row now, of course, Crofty. And it marks the fact that it's not a fluke. So, you know, their head's in the right space. What more can we see going forwards?
What a day it's been for Formula One, and what a day it's been for these 3 drivers. Time for the podium celebrations. Time for our drivers to celebrate. And taking his place on the top step of the podium, he gave it some hustle. Well done to George Russell.
Well done to this man. We finally gave him what he wanted. He fought for it for years, and he's now got his hand onto the one thing that everybody wanted in Formula One, and that is the World Championship. Well done to George Russell. I am proud to call him a legend for our team. But now, we're going to end it, and I'll see you in the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. So, thanks for watching. Please like and just like my video. I appreciate it, and peace out.